Warmer air beginning to press on into central and eastern Kentucky, and the thunderstorms may follow suit. We'll track the hour by hour in just a moment.
It is Kentucky's Day at the Track. I'm Amber Philpott, live from Churchill Downs with all of your Oaks Day 2016 coverage.
I'm Victor Puente at Churchill Downs, where the party within the track is picking up.
This is WKYT News at 4.
Good afternoon. I'm Jennifer Palumbo. State police are questioning a person of interest in a double homicide in eastern Kentucky. The two bodies were found inside a home in Owsley County on Wilson Lane, not far from Boonville. State police say they're questioning Lynette McQuinn as that person of interest. Caitlin Sentner is live at the scene with the latest. It's our top story at 4.
There's a large police presence in rural Owsley County where state police have been investigating a double homicide these last few hours. Neighbors are confused as they sit and watch from nearby. Police have the home blocked off where they say 2 people were shot. We're told it was a man and woman who lived here. It was around 11:30 this morning when police got a call 2 people were dead inside the home on Wilson Lane. They say it was a family member who made the call. Police were searching for 48-year-old Lynette McQuinn as the person of interest. They located her and took her in for questioning. Here's what police are telling us about the ongoing investigation.
We'll be out here till we're done. I don't really know the answer to that right now. We are waiting for other detectives to arrive and get all of our equipment, and the detectives will be actively in the scene for, I would say, several hours.
Both state police and the coroner are on scene trying to figure out what led up to shots fired. Now, we talked to some neighbors nearby and they were shocked to learn what happened. We'll have an interview with them coming up on WKYT at 5 o'clock. In Owsley County, Caitlin Sentner, WKYT.
So far, police have not released the names of the 2 victims. Well, after days of rain and cooler temperatures, Derby weekend is off to a winning start. Here's a live look at Churchill Downs, where it's a beautiful Kentucky Oaks Day. We'll have team coverage from Louisville in just a moment. But first, WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has a first look at the forecast. And Chris, it's a winner for today.
It really is. Everybody coming up on the winning slot today with those temperatures into the upper 60s to low 70s across the entire area. Low 70s Churchill Downs. Rest of the area settling for upper 60s to right around 70. One of those days where farther east you are, the cooler you are. 64 degrees Jackson, Harlan, where we've had some clouds and still some leftover showers. 70 Mount Sterling, 71 right now in the capital city of Frankfort. Good looking Skycam Lexington. See those little cotton ball clouds that are out there? Nothing to worry about. 68 that current temperature. Winds are coming at us from the west, and eventually we'll get in on a southwesterly flow ahead of a cold front that'll dive in here tomorrow night. Now, your Defender radar network still with a spotty shower into parts of eastern Kentucky. That is still circulating around that slow moving, pokey, low pressure that is into the mid-Atlantic states. The warmer air coming in from the west and northwest being pushed by a cold front that will arrive as we go into tomorrow night and Sunday. And Jennifer, that's going to bring some thunderstorms to the area. Does that mean we can get through the entire Derby day without a storm? The new hour-by-hour forecast shows you the fine line that we're walking coming up late tomorrow afternoon, heading into the evening.
Chris, more than 100,000 people hope that will happen. They're in Louisville for Kentucky Derby weekend. In less than 2 hours, the fillies will run for the Lilies. Amber Philpott and Deanne Stevens are live at Churchill Downs in the middle of all the excitement, looking gorgeous, ladies.
Good afternoon to you, Sam and Jennifer. Gosh, what an absolutely beautiful day here. Talk about timing. We literally just missed some horses running by just seconds. But Deanne, there's no better place to be than here at the Oaks.
Absolutely not. It has been beautiful. The sun has been shining. It has been picture perfect. And the people are packed in here today. What I love about a day like today, most Oaks days, most everybody here is from Kentucky.
Absolutely. And everyone that comes here, for most of them, it is tradition. And it is something that they wouldn't miss for the world. Thousands are expected here at Churchill Downs for the 142nd running of the Kentucky Oaks. Today it's all about the fillies ahead of tomorrow's Derby. Oaks Day is always special because it's a pink out. It's the signature color of the day. For many, it's a tradition they don't miss.
It is the best day of the year. I live here, so I'm born and raised in Louisville, so to enjoy this day every single year. So I don't come to the track on Derby, I only come on Oaks. It's more the local people, so it's the best time ever.
Well, so far I've lost, but other than that, we're having a great day, beautiful weather, can't beat it. You know, we come out here on the paddock, we always have a lot of fun because it's you know, so many people and get to people watch and just have a good time.
Here, you know, they set a record here on Oaks Day with some 124,000 people. It was a beautiful 70 sunny degree day. I remember it well.
Like today, right?
They might do it again this year.
We will see. It is a sight to see all of these people out here. Another sight to see is everything that's happening in the infield. Victor Pointe, what's going on over there?
At this point, the infield is almost like a carnival within Churchill Downs. You'll find families next to college students all having a good time while the races literally happen around them. The infield is unlike any other part of Churchill Downs. You'll see people decked out in their Derby best next to families just enjoying the day. Not only are there dozens of places to get food and Churchill's signature drinks, there's even a souvenir shop in the middle of the infield. Occasionally there's a race that stops everyone, then the party picks back up. A lot of the people I spoke to are locals who say today is more for them while tomorrow it's for the rest of the world. But I also spoke to a man who said he was taking this experience with him back to his home country.
I mean, it's the Kentucky Derby. Like, everyone in England knows about the Kentucky Derby, and everyone was like, "Yeah, come to it." So it feels pretty intense to be here, and I'm enjoying it. It's nice weather. Happy days.
One other reason the infield is so popular: tickets run about $40 to $50, while tickets in the grandstand can cost several $1,000s. At Churchill Downs, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Sounds like a calmer infield here this afternoon. I'm joined now by WKYT's Rob Bromley. We're about an hour and a half away from the running of the Kentucky Oaks, a field of 14 here today.
Well, that's right. Best 3-year-old fillies that are healthy. There's one exception that's unfortunate, but it should be an outstanding race. About 90 minutes to go to the 142nd running of the Kentucky Oaks. It is a field of 14. And if you look at the top contenders, you have to point right at Rachel's Valentina. Also, Weep No More, Catherine Sophia. A lot of handicappers like Lewis Bay. Unfortunately, Songbird, the champion 2-year-old filly, ruled out of the race in mid-April because of a low-grade fever. She was undefeated in 7 starts. If she were in this race today, some others definitely would not be running.
You know, probably not after the defeat in the Ashland because of Songbird's running style. You know, if you're going to beat her, I think you're going to have to try to hook her early. And with the mile and eighth, you know, being a little bit of a concern, I probably wouldn't. I probably would have went to the 8 bells.
There's trainer John Service, who trains Catherine Sophia. She was undefeated until the Ashland. Ran 3rd in the Ashland, but he is going to give it a shot with her today. You know, if you're looking for a price on this race here today, Amber,
okay,
I think you would probably look at Lewis Bay, won the Gazelle at Aqueduct coming off a win, and then also Land Over Sea, who won down in New Orleans in the Fairgrounds Oak Stakes. Both those fillies are coming off victories, and they're at a pretty good price.
Neither of those my choices, but I'll choose one of them now. Since you said that. Rob Bromley, thank you so much. Now, if you are heading here to Churchill Downs tomorrow, there are a few reminders. Handbags must be 12 inches or smaller. You can take food and water into the track, but water bottles must be clear and sealed, and food snacks must be in a clear bag. There's no coolers allowed. Backpacks are also banned, but diaper bags and strollers are okay. Drones and selfie sticks, they're on the list of banned items as well. And Deanne and I couldn't get our hoverboard in today either.
I borrowed Kennedy and Cameron's to bring, and they wouldn't let me bring it in. I was thinking we could get places a lot quicker, but no such luck with that, right?
Yeah, maybe next year.
You know what they did let us bring? Well, we didn't bring it in, but they allow here is some bourbon. Now, coming up at about 4:20, we are out and about clearly at Churchill Downs today, making that 10-second mint julep. So that's coming up with lots of bourbon.
That's a must, right?
Absolutely.
When you're here. Well, that is the story from here at Churchill Downs. We've got a lot more to bring your way. Jennifer, back to you. Sorry, I included Sam in there. I'm so used to being with him. I just threw him in there.
That's okay. He'll be joining us at 4:30. Ladies, you look gorgeous. We're looking forward to seeing you in just a little bit. Thanks. Well, we are working on a number of other stories for WKYT starting at 4:30. Sam Dick is in the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Hi, Sam.
Good afternoon, Jennifer. The case against a man accused of killing a 13-year-old is moving forward. Police say Mohammed Abdullah was driving recklessly when he crashed into a car carrying Emily Sams on I-64 in Scott County last May. Sams died. This morning, Abdullah's attorneys asked for more time in the case. An expert is taking a look at Abdullah's GPS to see if he was speeding, and the report will be ready sometime next month. A former constable accused of running a prostitution ring pled not guilty this morning. Thomas Banta's attorney entered the plea for him during an arraignment in Frankfort. A second defendant, Hendra Valentine, also pled not guilty. Banta is the former Franklin County constable. We'll have more details from court on WKYT News at 4:30. That's a quick look at some of the news in progress from here in the newsroom. Jennifer, back to you.
Thank you, Sam. Backed by popular demand, Walmart is bringing back greeters. Find out why next on WKYT News at 4.
You don't have to own a bike to commute to work like this. I'm Marley Hall in New York with more on a growing trend coming up.
Unclaimed freight notice this weekend at American Freight. Over 1,000 truckloads of living room furniture. 7-piece living room groups that include a sofa, love seat, coffee table, 2 end tables, and 2 designer lamps. You get all 7 pieces from only $398 complete. Free layaway, same-day delivery. Come to the loading docks this weekend only at American Freight in Lexington, 272 West New Circle Road, next to Walmart, across from Jalapenos. Phone 226-0008.
You may be entitled to $1,500 for every unwanted call made to your cell phone in the last 4 years. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Fast, quality, affordable. When it comes to kitchen cabinets, most showrooms offer only 2 of these options. But at Lexington Express Cabinets, you'll get fast delivery, quality selection, and affordable warehouse prices. Call or click today to see why Lexington Express does cabinets for less.
Who says you have to be young to spend the day playing? I'm Sheena Hensley, customer service rep for Kentucky Power. They will practice all year for this event. They're in it to win it.
I never have lost a walking match.
These games prove the vitality and energy of our county's seniors and the important role they play in our community.
They're competing, but with these games, we're all winning.
We may be a power company, but the true power in our communities comes from our people.
Nothing brings a family together like fun around the backyard pool. Here is your last chance to make that happen, and the price has never been better. For a limited time, Blue World Pools has the big 15 by 24 Econoline pool for not $399, not even $349. If you call now, that pool can be yours for only $299. That price still includes pump, filter, liner, ladder, and a free automatic pool cleaner. All that including free installation on your ready site for just $299. That's a $1,995 value for only $299. That's awesome! Call Blue World Pools now and take advantage of this incredible offer. Want more pizzazz? Of course you do! So jump up to our midline pool or grab for it all with Blue World Pools' top-of-the-line classic pool. The ultimate in high-style living. The choice is yours. But remember, this is your last chance to take advantage of our limited-time offer. The price will never get any better than this. How could it? Call Blue World Pools right now and beat that heat.
Well, I would recommend Critchfield Meats to anybody that's looking for a quality product and a quality shopping experience. I've never walked in the front door when I wasn't greeted. They appreciate my business, and I appreciate that as a customer.
Tell me another way people say mother.
Mommy.
Sheila?
Mommy.
Oh, mommy. You want mommy. Watch this here. Mommy?
Mommy! Mommy, mommy! What about mommy?
Family Feud, 1 full hour starting at 7 on the CW Lexington. Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Walmart is bringing back its front door greeters. That tops today's WKYT Money Watch. The giant retailer moved the employees back in its 5,000 stores 4 years ago to help with other tasks, such as guiding customers to checkout lines. But that made it difficult to say hello to customers as they walked in. So greeters will be back up front starting this summer. Walmart hopes the move will improve customer service and cut down on shoplifting. Millions of Americans drive to work every day, but a new option is becoming more popular. More people are borrowing a bike for their commute. Marley Hall takes a look from New York.
Eugene Kushner uses pedal power to commute through the busy streets of New York. For $15 a month, he can grab a bike from this stand outside his apartment and then lock it up a few miles away at another sharing stand near his office.
It cuts the commute time a little bit, and I don't have to get squeezed into the subway.
There are stands all over New York where people can pay to borrow a bike one time or get a monthly pass. And it's not just big cities. Bike sharing is gaining traction across the country. The Department of Transportation says there are at least 46 programs nationwide.
I think it is a trend that will only increase over time. We had no bike share programs in the U.S. Prior to 2006, and now we're seeing them crop up all over the country.
And cities are adapting to make it easier for riders. New York spent millions transforming streets to include bike paths.
In Denver, many commuters pick one up outside a bus or train station for the final leg of their commute.
We want to be the transportation solution for trips that are 2 miles or less in duration.
Is there a health and fitness aspect to it as well?
I like to say that there is, but it's more so for convenience. It's nice that I get the benefit, though, too.
And Kushner says it's cheaper and faster than a bus or train. Marley Hall, CBS News, New York.
Like many riders, Kushner doesn't use the bike in bad weather or when it's extra cold.
Good looking Kentucky Oaks Day. What about your Derby Day? The hour-by-hour forecast shows a close call with thunderstorms next.
What is a few dollars today? A couple song downloads? A number 4, jumbo-sized? For charity, you may think it's just a drop in the bucket, but what if that bucket is improving the place we all call home? It could be a meal for someone in need, cleaning up a natural resource, or helping to secure the health and safety of our children right here in the Bluegrass. Kentucky Gives Day is a 24-hour online fundraising event bringing charities and Kentuckians together. Join us for this year's event and help support your favorite Kentucky charity or cause.
Hi, I'm Travis Morgan with North Broadway Auto Sales. We've been in business for over 20 years. We've got over 200 cars in inventory and thousands of happy customers.
At North Broadway Auto Sales, we never put GPS tracking devices on our cars.
Why pay $500 a month on another car lot when you come here and pay as low as $250 a month?
At North Broadway Auto Sales, everybody rides.
En North Broadway Auto Sales, todos manejan.
Join me at Luna Fest, a celebration of films by, for, and about women, locally presented by Raymond James and Associates of Lexington on Thursday, May 12th at the Kentucky Theater. This year's films feature stories of reflection and hope from around the world. Luna Fest is a wonderful evening out with friends, and tickets make the perfect Mother's Day gift. Proceeds benefit survivors of intimate partner abuse and breast cancer. Learn more and purchase your tickets at greenhouse17.org.
All summer long, your road to refreshment leads to Speedway. And now that Speedway's grown throughout the Midwest, Northeast, and Southeast, nobody has a handle on your summer fun better than Speedway. From the sunny shores of Florida to New York City, from the Carolinas to the New England coast, your road to refreshment leads to Speedway. And now, Speedway's celebrating 25 years supporting Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Donate today.
We're on your way to the convenience stores of Speedway.
Now, a 32-ounce Speedy Freezer fountain drink's just 89 cents.
A kidnapping hits the 5-0, too close to home.
That little girl's my niece.
New Hawaii 5-0. Then on Blue Bloods.
The public is angry.
That's their problem.
Actually, it's ours.
Anybody see a shooter? Kill me like you killed that kid.
The trust between cops and the public broke down.
The season finale of Blue Bloods after a New Hawaii 5-0 tonight. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Good looking Kentucky Oaks Day across Central, and now getting into Eastern Kentucky. Eastern Kentucky had to struggle with some clouds and spotty showers a little earlier. Live cams from across the region, and we focus on Louisville. Check that out. Some sun showing up. Frankfort into E-Town with some sun. Lexington looking good. That I-75 corridor, A-OK. Eastern Kentucky down the Mountain Parkway around Campton into Jackson. Jenkins also now with increasing amounts of sun. You can pick out the areas that have had more sun than clouds today, where it's upper 60s to low 70s as of now. Southeastern Kentucky, 64 degrees. Harlan, that'll likely come up a degree or two as the rains now begin to shut off and pull away from the area. Warm high pressure across the Mississippi Valley that is heading on into town. And it's also going to bring a cold front in behind it as we go into tomorrow night. Now, ahead of this front, numbers tomorrow will take off. We'll be right at 80 degrees for a high temperature heading into the afternoon. And by 5 o'clock, there's at least a chance for a scattered thunderstorm. Better storm chances will come our way tomorrow evening, and I wouldn't be surprised if we aren't talking about a decent little line of thunderstorms dropping in from northwest to southeast. So, hour-by-hour forecast, very, very crucial with all those plans coming up for Kentucky Derby Day. 11 this evening, low and mid 50s, so quick drop as the sun sets. Tomorrow morning, this is a warm front making its way across the area. By noontime, most areas already low 70s as we go into 5 o'clock. Here's the close call that we're talking about. Notice already now a little thunderstorm action trying to develop across parts of northern Kentucky. Upper 70s to low 80s depending on where you are. Through the evening, we'll see these waves of thunderstorms dropping in from northwest to southeast. That'll carry us into our Mother's Day as well. I think this model's a little undercooked with some of those storms on Mother's Day. And then the pattern into early next week, it looks rather stormy as well. That same model spitting out upwards of an inch of rain over the weekend, especially across parts of central Kentucky. And then we go toward next week. That same front that is stalled out across the region over the weekend is likely to hang around as we go through most of next week. Here's that extended forecast. Right around 80 before a late day thunderstorm. Moms, it's not a washout, but it's a little cooler with a threat for some thunderstorms around. Warm on Monday with a storm threat. Better storm threat. You got to watch for some stronger severe weather, severe storms, I should say, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Let's check in now on a busy Friday with Officer Don. See what's going on the roads. Don.
A couple of collisions were just cleared. One on the inner loop of the circle at Tates Creek. We needed that because we need both lanes open for this time of the day. Outbound Tates Creek Road looks good too past the circle. Drive times right now about normal to Nicholasville. We're good to go. 12 to 15 minutes. Harrodsburg looks good and no major problems to Paris via Paris Pike. But we can see the slowdowns on the circle between Liberty over to Richmond Road. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Officer Don. The Derby is all about the horses and fashion, but the special race also has its own signature drink.
Deanne Stevens is at Churchill Downs, where they're mixing up a little twist on the mint julep. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. I found someone very special today, Miss Jackie. Jackie's like the julep queen around here at Churchill Downs. Jackie is with us, a master bourbon specialist for Old Forester, and you guys, the official mint julep maker, right, for Derby Day.
Old Forester mint julep is the official drink of the Kentucky Derby. You can get it at the track all weekend long, but today it's oaks, and so we have to be pink, right?
Well, absolutely, we have to be pink. Let's get started with making a pink julep, right?
Yes, this is a hibiscus rosehip julep. So we have our syrup here. We're going to do about a half of an ounce in there. And then we're using the regular Old Forester 86. We're going to do about 2 ounces of that.
Throw a little of that in there.
Just a little or a lot. And then with every julep, we do about...
It's getting to the end of the day. Who's measuring anything, right?
Exactly. 8 to 10 mint leaves sprinkled in our glass. And we're going to use our muddler and smash them up a little bit. Not too much. If you over muddle, it gets bitter.
What's the secret to muddling?
You just push and then a little twist. A push and a twist, and you're done.
Mine always turns out pasty. I guess I overdo it.
Yeah, that's way overdone. If it's getting to the point where it's broken down, where it'll get stuck in your teeth, you've overdone it. Start over. So this is going to be a beautiful pink color. We're throwing that over our crushed ice in our julep cup.
Look how pretty that is. Pink is the color of the day. I'm guessing tomorrow they will not be pink, however.
No, they will not. So tomorrow you'll have what we like to call the 10-second julep.
Okay.
So they pour thousands of these, hundreds of thousands almost even at the track. And so, of course, you just open and pour.
Really? Now,
Second
I
julep.
understand this Old Forester mint julep ready to pour is different than others.
It is. So this actually has real Old Forester as a base. It's not flavored to taste like there's bourbon in there. So it's real Old Forester, real sugar, and real mint oil. It's literally a mint julep in a bottle.
Okay, so you can check out the Old Forester mint julep, 10-second mint julep tomorrow if you're here at Churchill Downs. I understand you guys are doing something fun in the infield too.
So Old Forester is Louisville's local bourbon. It's completely made start to finish. Even the barrels are made here in Louisville. So we like to sort of use the phrase "Derby like a local." If you've been to the Derby before, you know your feet are going to hurt. You're going to get blisters. It's a challenge. It's a long day, and so Old Forester's here to help you out. We have flip-flops, we have T-shirts, we have Band-Aids, we have koozies, we have all sorts of things. Come find us in the infield tent. It says Old Forester mint julep right across the top. You can't miss us.
And listen, if that stuff doesn't help you out, you can always turn yourself to a little mint julep. You got to show folks while we're doing a cheers. You took this whole mint julep queen to another level. Show them your tattoo there.
Oh.
I mean, she's serious about this.
We're dedicated to Derby.
The Julep Queen here.
Cheers.
I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about at Churchill Downs. Happy Derby. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Deanne. Many women are not getting a popular heart medicine they need. Find out why next in Better Living on WKYT News at 4. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is $138 million, and tomorrow night's Powerball jackpot is $415 million.
Crispy, crunchy, cheesy. Papa John's new pan pizza, loaded with cheese that bakes into a delicious crust. Get our new pan pizza with up to 3 toppings for just $10
at papajohns.com.
Buying a new energy-efficient refrigerator or freezer? Well, get paid to upgrade. Let our Energy Star Appliance Rebate Program help you earn cash back on a range of Energy Star certified appliances. Just visit our website to see how to get paid to upgrade. South Kentucky RECC and Jackson Energy, your Touchstone Energy cooperatives.
Make time this spring to escape to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where the only thing you'll want to do is have fun in the sun. Let the sound of the ocean's tide take all your cares away and leave you refreshed to experience something new. It's your moment to let go and unwind on Myrtle Beach Time.
Let go and unwind on Myrtle Beach Time.
Someone else can get them dressed. Someone else can push the swing. Someone else can fix their lunch. Someone else can tuck them in. But they don't want someone else. They want you. Get checked for breast and cervical cancer. For information on free screenings, call 1-844-249-0708.
Crispy, crunchy, cheesy. Papa John's new pan pizza, loaded with cheese that bakes into a delicious crust. Get our new pan pizza with up to 3 toppings for just $10
at papajohns.com.
It's time for Better Living, health education and consumer news that impacts your life. A new study looks at why women are less likely to be prescribed statins than men. Researchers at Brigham and Women's Hospital found women are less likely to see a cardiologist and are also more likely to report reactions to cholesterol-lowering drugs. Weight loss surgery could have another benefit for obese teenage boys. Researchers in Ohio found the surgery can boost the level of HDL, the so-called good cholesterol. Plans are underway to study the impact on girls. Kentucky Fried Chicken is out with a new finger food, and it's finger-licking good. KFC's edible nail polish comes in original recipe or hot and spicy colors, or flavors in this case. Right now, it's only available in Hong Kong. KFC says it's a way for the chicken chain to stand out. The Louisville-based company says the product could eventually be sold in the United States. Now let's head over to Chris. I guess that would be good for people who like to chew on their fingernails.
Yeah, you know, I've never been one of those folks, actually. Although maybe some folks a little nervous tomorrow, betting the ponies out of Churchill Downs and hoping that the storms will stay off, maybe chewing on those nails. We look outside right now. Those Kentucky cams are looking absolutely gorgeous. Just beginning to get into more in the way of sunshine here from Jackson into the London area. Lexington up to 68, 71 Frankfort, points west, low 70s, points east into the low and mid 60s, but everybody with a gorgeous looking sky that is taking shape across central and eastern Kentucky. That is a sign of things to come for your Friday evening. Derby Day, though, I mentioned the possibility of some thunderstorms, and by the end of the day, we'll track some boomers into especially the northern half of the region, and I'll do just that when I come back straight ahead on WKYT News at 4:30 that starts right now.